Welcome to my channel. Today, we learn English through a powerful motivational story. This story is written in simple English, with deep meaning, strong emotions, and clear sentences to help you improve your listening, understanding, and speaking skills. The title of today's story is Never Get Angry Again. Anger is one of the most common emotions in the world. It appears quietly, without warning, and suddenly takes control of the mind. It does not ask permission. It does not explain itself. It simply arrives and demands action. A fast heartbeat, tight muscles, a restless mind. In those moments, anger feels like truth. It feels justified. It feels necessary. But anger does not show the full picture. It only shows one side, painted in fire. In daily life, anger hides inside small moments. A slow response, a broken promise, a mistake that should not have happened. A word spoken without care. These moments look small, but anger turns them into heavy burdens. It whispers, "This should not be happening." It shouts, "This is wrong." And before awareness arrives, reaction has already begun. Anger moves faster than thought. It speaks before understanding. It decides before reflection. That is why it often creates regret. Words escape that cannot return. Actions happen that cannot be undone. Silence arrives later, filled with heavy thoughts and quiet guilt. Anger leaves quickly, but its shadow stays long. There's a strange illusion inside anger. It makes itself look like strength. It convinces the mind that control comes from force, volume, and intensity. But true control is calm. True strength is restraint. Anger burns energy. Calm preserves it. Anger creates distance. Calm builds connection. Most people believe anger comes from outside, from situations, from others, from unfair events. But anger is born inside perception. Two people can face the same problem. One explodes, the other stays calm. The situation is the same. The response is different. This difference is awareness. When awareness is absent, anger takes charge. When awareness is present, anger has no power. It may appear, but it cannot rule. Awareness watches. Awareness pauses. Awareness creates space between feeling and action. And in that space, choice is born. Imagine a moment of delay. Waiting feels uncomfortable. The mind becomes restless. Thoughts rush forward. Why is this taking so long? The body reacts. The chest tightens. The jaw hardens. This is the doorway of anger. Most people walk through it without noticing. But there is another option: to stop, to breathe, to notice the sensation without obeying it. When anger is observed closely, something surprising happens. It begins to change. It loses its sharpness. It weakens. Like fire without fuel, it slowly fades. Anger survives on reaction. Without reaction, it cannot grow. Anger is often a signal, not an enemy. It points to unmet expectations, to fear of loss, to desire for control. But the message is usually misunderstood. Instead of listening, anger is expressed. Instead of understanding, it is acted upon, and the real issue remains hidden. There is also anger turned inward. Quiet anger, silent anger. It appears as self-criticism. Harsh inner words, endless replaying of mistakes. This anger is dangerous because it feels logical. It says, "You should have known better. You failed. You are not enough." But this anger does not improve anything. It only drains confidence and hope. When inner anger is watched with compassion, it softens. It reveals fear beneath it. Fear of repeating mistakes. Fear of not being valued. Fear of wasting life. Compassion does not excuse mistakes. It allows learning without punishment. Anger demands immediate release. Calm allows understanding. Calm asks, "What is really happening?" Calm listens to all sides, not just the loudest thought. Calm does not mean weakness. Calm means stability. In moments of conflict, silence often feels uncomfortable. The mind wants to fill it with words. But silence is powerful. Silence creates distance from impulse. Silence prevents damage. Silence allows emotions to settle naturally. Over time, practicing calm response changes perception. Situations that once triggered anger begin to lose intensity. The same words are heard, but they no longer cut deeply. The same delays occur, but patience replaces frustration. This does not mean emotions disappear. It means they no longer control behavior. Life remains unpredictable. Plans fail. People disappoint. Circumstances change. But calm awareness creates balance. Instead of fighting reality, acceptance appears. Acceptance does not mean liking what happens. It means seeing clearly what is. Anger often comes from resistance. Resistance to change. Resistance to uncertainty. Resistance to discomfort. When resistance softens, anger fades. Flexibility replaces force. Understanding replaces blame. There is freedom in not reacting. Freedom in choosing response. Freedom in staying centered while chaos moves around. This freedom is internal. No one can take it away. It does not depend on approval or success. It depends on awareness. Calm communication transforms relationships. Words spoken slowly carry weight. Listening without interruption builds trust. Even disagreement feels respectful. Anger destroys bridges. Calm builds them. The mind becomes clearer without constant emotional storms. Decisions improve. Focus sharpens. Energy increases. Life feels lighter. Not because problems disappear, but because inner conflict reduces. Patience grows naturally when anger weakens. Patience is not waiting helplessly. It is trusting timing. It is knowing that not everything must be solved now. Patience allows wisdom to guide action. Many fear that without anger, motivation will disappear. But motivation fueled by anger is unstable. It burns fast and leaves exhaustion. Motivation guided by clarity is steady. It lasts. It creates meaningful progress. Calm reveals opportunities anger hides. It opens space for creativity, for better solutions, for thoughtful responses. Anger narrows vision. Calm expands it. There will be moments when anger returns strongly. This is normal. Awareness does not mean perfection. It means practice. Each time anger is noticed earlier, its power decreases. Each pause strengthens control. Gradually, anger stops being the first response. It becomes the last option. Sometimes, it does not appear at all. Peace begins to feel familiar. Calm becomes natural. This change is quiet. Others may not notice. But inside, something shifts deeply. Confidence grows. Self-respect strengthens. Emotional balance improves. Life feels more intentional. Never getting angry again does not mean denying emotion. It means understanding it. It means allowing emotion to pass without harm. It means choosing peace without losing strength. Anger promises power but delivers pain. Calm promises nothing but delivers freedom. This truth changes everything when truly understood. In the end, mastery is not over others. It is over reaction. Control is not loud. It is silent. Strength is not aggressive. It is steady. When calm leads, life becomes clearer. When awareness guides action, regret fades. And when anger loses control, peace takes its place. This is not an ending. It is a beginning of conscious living, of emotional intelligence, of choosing calm again and again until it becomes who you are.